Hey guys, it's Manager Kylie, and in today's video, I'm going to explain to you what the NCAA transfer portal is and how it works. So today I'm going to go through what the NCAA transfer portal is and the details on how it works and some of the new changes that the NCAA has made to the transfer portal in the last year, partly because of COVID, but it's also changed the way the portal is used and some of the benefits athletes may face while going through the transfer portal, and some of the negative factors that may come when declaring for the transfer portal. But if you guys are interested in more sports administration content just like this, definitely the subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload, as I post a new video every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to dive into these details. So to start off, what is even the transfer portal? So for Division I athletes that are on scholarship, if they choose that they want to leave their program and leave their school and go to a different program, they have to enter what is known as the transfer portal. What this system is it allows both administration, coaches, and everything like that to know their athlete has interest in leaving, and it allows the athletes and other coaches to find that connection elsewhere and to find a different match on where that athlete might be better suited and find other coaches that might want that athlete on their team. This is generally used in some of the biggest sports like football, basketball. There's been an increase of use in it in volleyball. So there's lots of people that are looking to use this transfer portal to find other scholarship programs that might better suit their skills and may give them, in a long run, a lot more playing time and better interest, especially if they're looking to play at the professional level. So when athletes are on scholarship, other schools and coaches are not allowed to contact the athlete. So declaring for the transfer portal kind of releases this barrier. It allows other coaches and recruiters to find athletes that are looking to transfer. Maybe it's somebody that they were looking at when the athlete was in high school and that athlete decided to go somewhere else. Or it's an athlete that they have maybe a friend of that they know. There's some sort of connection. They might want to find some certain athlete. If they're in the transfer portal, they are fair game for coaches to contact them and kind of work out some sort of deal that might be best for both the athlete and the school. Now, there are some downsides of joining the transfer portal, and one of those is once you declare for the transfer portal, it's not a secret that you're looking to transfer. Your coach is going to know, and your coach may look for somebody to fill your spot. So if you're, say, the quarterback for the football team, your coach is probably going to be looking for another quarterback to fill your spot. So that could be a downside because the coach is immediately separating those ties with you. And if for some reason the transfer portal doesn't work, there may be somebody filling your spot. And with these drawbacks, if you're unable to find a connection with another school, you may be forced into either staying at your school and having to leave the team because there's no scholarship money left because they brought it to somebody else, or there's no position available. Or even you may have to settle for some program that's actually lesser than what you are. So you might have to settle for less playing time, a smaller school, things along that lines. It doesn't always work out that you're going to move from a school to a better program. So it's sometimes a gamble to whether or not you should actually enter the transfer portal or you should stay where you are. Now, in the past year, this has become a very popular thing to do for many athletes. And the reason because this is COVID showed the NCAA that they wanted to lift some restrictions due to eligibility, as many student athletes were getting an extra year of eligibility anyways because of the COVID shutdowns. Their transfer eligibility kind of limited this. Before, if you entered the transfer portal, you had to set out for at least a year before you could play. However, with extra eligibility, that made people grad students already when they were playing their last and final year of eligibility. So they were pushing it back, that the NCAA decided that if you enter the transfer portal and you pick a new school, you can immediately start playing for that team. So what this did is it allowed a lot of athletes to say, you know what, I'm going to enter the transfer portal. I don't have to worry about taking a season off. I can immediately start playing for whatever team it is. I'll use, for an example, if you were an Oregon Duck, and you decided that you wanted to transfer to Tennessee, you would be able to do that and immediately start playing for Tennessee. So you don't have to wait at all, which is a cool feature now in the transfer portal, but it's also made the transfer portal become much more popular and even more competitive. And you might have even seen at the end of basketball season this year, as some teams got new coaches, There are some almost full teams that are in the transfer portal. There's a couple big schools that literally have nobody scheduled to be on their basketball team right now. All they have is the recruits coming in, and even some of them were choosing to change because of coaching changes. So there is some limits to what this has. This could make it so that some coaches don't even know who's going to be on their team for the fall until this whole transfer season ends, until people decide their schools. So it can have some limits on what's going on, especially if there's any sort of disagreement between players and coaches, or players and administration or anything. You might end up with a whole team that chooses to join the transfer portal. And finally, I just wanted to point out the importance of the transfer portal, and what this is, it provides transparency for everybody involved. Before, it was up to kind of the player and the administration to work out all the different details for transfers, and that became a lot for a lot of the administration, where this creates a portal that everybody can enter, and once you get approved to go through it, there's a lot of transparency. The coaches can see who's in it. Other coaches can see who's in it. Your school's administration and athletic administration can see who's in it. You as a player can see other schools, and you have the ability on there as a player to both choose that you want schools to contact you, or you want to contact schools. And what this allows is, if you're open to any school, you can have them contact you. But if you are going into the transfer portal and have an idea of these are the few programs I want to look at, you can actually reach out directly through those schools as long as you're in the portal. So this is just a cool feature for transparency, allowing options for athletes that are looking to get to a different program and try something new for the rest of their college career. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Again, if you have any questions about the transfer portal, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you have any other questions about the NCAA and some of its different rules when it comes to recruiting athletes, definitely let me know that as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.